Good morning. Whew. I'm feeling weird today. I don't know. I just woke up and I feel like anxious. I did breath work in bed, which I love doing. I just went outside and grounded my feet in the ground. I think it's just getting back into the swing of things since I've been back. Sparky left yesterday right after, like, not right after we get back, but like a week or so after we got back. He turned around to go visit his family on the East Coast. And I realized I think I rely on him lately for some structure. I used to be very structured myself. And I feel like since our schedules kind of combined, now I'm kind of relying on him for my structure, which is like, no, babes, we're not gonna do that. So my goal for the next week is to just get back into my own routine, my own structure, yeah, and just sink into what feels good when I'm taking care of myself. So last night after I dropped him off at the airport, I came home and did my favorite things. I was in the hammock, I did some breathwork and meditation, caught up with some friends, took a walk, ordered my favorite Thai soup, and watched, finally, episode 2 of Queen Charlotte on Bridgerton. I just never watch TV alone, and so when I do, I save like little I call them treat shows, like things that I just like, I'm so excited to watch. Those I thought that I downloaded for the trip, and I didn't, so I got to watch. I'm still like very early in, which I'm so excited about, so please don't spoil. Do you guys have any treat shows? And if you do, please comment them below. A lot of people are liking The Summer I Turned Pretty. I just like, I'm talking girly banana. Okay, like they don't necessarily have to be like completely feel good, but I'm not looking for anything dark or overwhelming, just like something that, I don't know, appeals to my girly senses. If you know, you know. Okay, we have a very fun day in store. I was invited to go on a boat today. It's a boat day, so I don't know why I'm not like, why I feel weird today, but you know, we don't have to judge our own feelings. They can just be what they are. But yeah, I'm going on a boat today. Montce Swim invited me to come on a little wellness cruise. And if it was like a party boat deal, like, I don't know if I would be like into it, but when the second they said wellness cruise, I was like, see you there, honey. So I look like this, and I need to leave in around, let me think, like around a little over like an hour and a half. So I probably shouldn't be chatting here idly. I should probably be getting ready, but I thought you guys could get ready with me for a swim day. We'll do a swim try on, we'll go on the boat. I also think I broke my toe at the cabin, but maybe it's not broken. It might be sprained because it's getting a little better. I will spare you, but it's like very bruised and swollen, and I haven't been able to like properly walk on it. I had to cancel my workout yesterday. Like I've been wearing my Tiva sandals literally until the second I go to bed because it like braces them, and they're the only shoes I can wear that don't like press on my pinky bone. It's my pinky toe. So that's been, I feel like, throwing me off a little because I haven't felt as like safe in like my movement. So I didn't go to my yoga classes, and like all the things that I think make me feel good, like a lot of it is movement and my workouts and stretching and yoga, and I haven't been able to do those things. So I am contributing that to the fact that I'm feeling a little, the house is a mess. So I think this is gonna be our reset week. All right, it's gonna be our reset week, and we are going to get back to all the things that make us feel, me, I don't know like why I'm identifying you guys with me, but all the things that just make me feel better and like more taken care of. I feel like I haven't been doing the best job at taking care of myself lately. I've kind of just been like doing the bare minimum, which is fine, and we all do that sometimes, but I was just thinking about how like self-care used to kind of be my jam, and how I felt best when I was like taking really good care of myself. And I think I'm realizing that like it's kind of a non-negotiable for my mental health. Like it's not, I'm putting my immersion blender on, by the way. Like it's not something that I do when I'm a good girl, I deserve it. Or it's not something that I do when I have time, because I think what I'm understanding is that I'm not always gonna have all the time. And that's something that obviously has shifted for me in the last year, is that I used to just like feel like I had a lot more time, not only to myself, but just like for, you know, like work's been picking up, which is great. But I'm going to need to be a little bit more, like I'm gonna have to protect that time. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like lately I've been like, just I'll sleep in, and then I don't have time to do my self-care, and then I just feel like I got shot out of a cannon and I have like 10 minutes to get ready for my day, and that nobody feels good like that. I'm a big breakfast girl. Oh, there's my bone broth, please hold. It's my favorite meal, but when I don't have time to like properly cook what I want for myself, like if I don't have time to like properly like sit down and eat, I have like a few quicker options. Today I'm just going with my little kachava shake. It's not sponsored. It's kind of expensive, but it is my favorite protein like shake to date. I don't really love protein powders. I don't mind this. It's not bad. I actually like it. And yeah, it's like all plant-based. It has like 25 grams of protein. I'm just wanting to make sure that I have like protein and energy to get me through the day. So sometimes I'll do this. Sometimes will do like a protein bar or something. Sometimes I'll do like a little microwave like egg breakfast sandwich. Just depends on my mood, and my stomach's feeling a little off today. So I'm just noting that. I ate Thai soup and I ate it very late. Like I ate like kind of later, and I don't know, maybe I just like I'm not done digesting that. I'm noticing that like going to bed without, like I need to give myself like plenty of time between eating and going to bed, or my stomach feels like a little funky, which I've heard before is like a normal thing, but like, yeah, I'm just noticing that. Sometimes I'll add like strawberries or fruit to this, but I'm just feeling it plain today. Plug your ears. Our blender melted in the dishwasher, so we've just been using the immersion blender, and I do not miss the blender, only when we made lemon bars. We have like a little Ninja thing, but it's interesting. I'm like, I don't mind using this at all. I put collagen in my bone broth. My friend taught me this. I think like when I feel very off on my nutrition and I don't know where to start, the first thing I do is add like front load protein as much as I can. I find that it really helps me with my energy levels. It's just like an easier guide to eat when you want to feel like strong and full, like when you want to, I guess, make sure you're getting enough energy, I guess, for the day. I focus on like trying to get as much protein as I can in the first few meals, and then also obviously like incorporating greens. I'm not a nutritionist, you're not here for this, but if you ever do want to talk about this stuff, let me know. I have gone through quite a lot of different, I guess, modes. Like I've tried a lot of different diets and done a lot of different things. And one day a few years ago, I was like, I'm just done with this. I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I learned how to intuitively eat and avoid foods that cause a lot of inflammation. And yeah, it's just something that I had an eating disorder for like over 10 years. So it's something that is something I just have to kind of be very careful around and take good care of myself around and be really gentle with myself around. But anyway, I put collagen in my bone broth, and I feel like it's really helped my hair and nails, which already were kind of strong, but I feel like they're just like very, very strong. My hair's been growing so fast. So it's kind of just like the mornings, like little supplements, bits and bobs, and then like something that will really give me proper nutrition for the first part of my day. Also, my skin is greasy. I've been having so many breakouts like since I got back from traveling, and I think it was just like all the dairy and the food and the change and stuff. So we're about to do our skincare because we're not good. Just gonna wash my face because it feels so oily. I didn't wear any makeup yesterday. We went to the Barbie movie and I took him to the airport, and then I just did like my own stuff, and so I didn't do makeup yesterday. But my skin, I'm just feeling like a layer of like crunchy skin on it. It's just not feeling good, and it's not looking great. At least my breakouts are subsiding a little, so we're just gonna do some skincare. Right now I'm just rubbing on Ceramic Slip by Sunday Riley, and I'm just gonna wash it, and then I think I'm gonna do my favorite little like flash facial thing. I'm obsessed with the Yerba Mate Resurfacing Energy Facial. Hi, please focus. From Youth to the People. I've been using this for probably a couple years now, ever since it came out, and I just love it. I haven't found anything that I feel like gives me that instant like removal of the skin without like super harsh chemicals. This is like, I'm pretty sure it's a manual and a chemical in one. It's got the microdermabrasion, but it also has the enzymes. So I don't know. I have sensitive skin, and this one's been working. Like I've really enjoyed this, and it hasn't like irritated me too much. Some certain things do. You just put like a thin layer while your skin is still damp, and it just looks like this. And I can feel like rough patches literally all over my skin. So I'm hoping that this helps with that. And you just leave it on for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then give it a nice little scrub and rinse it off. I also like to be really careful with this stuff if I'm gonna be in the sun, which I am today. So I'm gonna make sure not to use my skincare that has vitamin C in it, especially if you have like a tendency to get any like hyperpigmentation or melasma, which I do. You just have to be really careful about using vitamin C in sunshine. I did not know that. So that's something that I learned in the last year that like adds up, because the day I got like a really bad melasma, I was drinking orange juice in the sun. So we're just gonna keep taking a little breakfast break. It feels so much better. I'm just gonna go in and use the Tata Harper floral essence. I'm just keeping it really simple and as like clean and natural as I can right now since my skin's freaking out. I might put a zip patch on that one spot. I've been really relying on my zip patches. I've got a lot of different kinds. If they're like an undergrounder that won't come to the surface, I like to use a combo of this Mario Badescu buffering lotion and the Zit Killa with the little like darts. But if it's already on the surface, I've just been using these Mighty Patches. And now I'm just gonna go in with this Tata Harper Water Lock Moisturizer, and I'm gonna use this to give myself a nice facial massage. Whenever I have like an event or something, and I'm feeling just like bloated or off, like I really like to try to do like a little lymphatic drainage massage. I feel like it really helps to like remove excess liquid. I'm still learning about it. Obviously go to an Eastern medicine practitioner or a gua sha expert. Like I am not. I always say that because I'm not, but there's plenty of people on here who are. And yeah, just kind of start by opening up the chest a little, and then I'm adding my moisturizer, but I'm gonna go up here. I can't even do it because it's hitting my voice box. Oh my gosh, I sound like White Lotus. Ah, oh my, what? I'm very proud of how good I do that. Just going up the jawline. Just trying to move any excess liquid and lymph as it goes. Feels so nice too. And this is something that I don't do when I'm in like a rush, you know, because I'm like, oh, I don't have time for all that. But in reality, it just makes me feel so much better. So you just always want to be moving upward and then pushing it here where it can drain. If you're like a baby beginner like me, the main place that I see this, you see like I have like a lot of extra here. So like by the time I'm usually done with this, like I'm blown away by how much I remove around my eyes. That tends to be where I wake up puffy. But you can like chisel out your jawbone here. This is just one of those things on the list that's one of the first to go when I don't have time and I'm so busy, I'm too busy to do my self-care stuff. It's like, no, there are people that are much busier, that have multiple children, juggling a high-power career, who even knows what. We're not using these excuses anymore, you know? If you want it, you'll make the time. Honestly, just that little step is what can take me from feeling like puffy and tired to like chiseled and awake. I showered yesterday, so I wasn't gonna shower today. Well, I was, but like tonight. I was gonna wait and shower tonight because I figured like we'll probably get sweaty on the boat. I'll have sunscreen on. But I was just feeling grody and my skin was just like really dry and like, oh, I've not been maintaining my tan as well as I'd like to. It's really just about moisturizing, honestly, and then exfoliating. So I just did a quick version of that today, not my full shebang. I do need to do my little self-tanning holy grail video for you guys. I wish I would have self-tanned last night and I wanted to, but I was like, listen girl, one thing at a time. I'm trying to just like be gentle with myself and not put so much pressure on myself to do everything, to feel the need to like look perfect. I think when I go to things like this where you don't have a +1, I don't know if I'm gonna know anyone, and I'm wearing one of the biggest brands, the biggest sizes that the brand makes, and so I always feel a little bit like there's usually not quite as many things to pick from because they only make their curve in like a few styles, which one of the styles is one of my favorite styles that I wore on my trip. So if you watch my unpacking video or any of those vlogs, the crochet set, this is that brand. So I really love it. So I really want to go. And like I said, they're doing like meditation sound bowls on the water on a boat. So come on, I obviously have to go. But it doesn't stop my like little bits of insecurity from coming through, and I'm kind of like, oh, what do I like, not what do I wear, because they already sent me something which we should open and make sure it fits. It just arrived like in the afternoon yesterday, and yeah, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself, and like, yeah, it just feels like the first day of school all over again sometimes. And there are days where I feel more into that, and days where I like have that energy where I'm like, oh, it'll be so cool to meet new people and do something. And there are some days where I feel a little more in my shell, and I've just been a little more in my shell lately. That's okay. I'm gonna do my makeup, and I'm just gonna start with a base of Dr. Jart Cicapair. I have some drops from them that have an SPF in them, and I can't find them. This does have an SPF 30, but since I just use it so sparingly, I'm not gonna rely on that. But I wanna make sure that I'm gonna be using a base that has sunscreen in it, and I am. And then I'm obviously gonna have to bring a spray along and do my body. So I love this. I need to do like a red neutralizing tutorial because I think a couple of you have asked, and I did one a long time ago, and my routine has changed quite a bit. But you can see that that really neutralizes even these areas where I'm having like all the breakouts. This one, of course, is becoming a whitehead before my eyes. It's like that delicate stage where like you don't want it to pop because it's literally impossible to cover when it's like freshly popped, but you know that it's going to form a whitehead during the day and everyone's going to stare at it. Love that for us. It's not the best, but here we are. I'm actually going to use that Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It just feels really nice on, so I'm going to put that here. Probably should have put that on top, but here we are. Sometimes I like the way that the Dr. Jart goes into the skin when it's on skin and nothing else. So I'm just like doing a mix of like different like primers and basing my skin, trying to make it look as like dewy and glowy as possible. So I'm going to use my little Say glowy underneath thing too. I just put a little dab of it on here. You can see that it just gives you that like lit from within glass skin kind of look, but we're going to need to do quite a bit of correcting today because I don't need to tell you why. You can see with your own eyes, can't ya? Kind of want to have a coffee, but I feel like it might just make me more anxious, and sometimes it can hurt my stomach when I'm feeling weird, so trying to like, I'm sure they'll have all kinds of yummy juices and things there because it's like starts at 10:30, which is early, and they said that it's going to be like light bites, so I bet they'll have like breakfast and fruit and stuff like that. I'm just having so much texture and like little bumps everywhere. My skin is just I need to go to see probably a dermatologist, but also to see my facialist because she can help me get my balance back. Like I feel like it's like oftentimes it's like a microbiome thing that's going on, and it's just like a combination of factors. So I need to go see her just because it's just getting to the point where it's like bothering me. Luckily we have the magic of makeup. I just don't love like I'll be in the sun and like you'll see the texture. I know no one cares. I know everybody has these things, but why does it still bring us so much insecurity? I'm just not used to feeling super insecure about my skin. I've got plenty of other things that I feel insecure about, but that's just not usually one of them. So when you add that into the mix, it's kind of like, cool, man. I'm using the Dr. Jart BB Beauty Balm. This is that foundation that I tried on the PR unboxing, which I loved. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this. It's truly like a magic in a bottle. Like, watch this disappear. Are you ready? It's just so good. Come on, it's like magic, I swear. If you have red skin, I highly, highly recommend this foundation. I'm sure it would look good with any skin, but it's so buildable. Like it just really looks like skin. Like it doesn't look like heavy makeup. It's showing through and it just looks like my skin, which you could tell if this thing would focus. There we go. I don't know why I'm having so many focus problems with the new camera, guys. What a bummer. Also, my house is a mess. Looking pretty good. I just want to keep it pretty fresh faced today. I've actually been loving the Shape Tape Radiant. And I think I told you guys before that I had never used Shape Tape before until I got the PR box. So this is like new to me, but I'm really, really liking it. They say not to use like highlighting things on like blemishes, but listen, we're just wild and we don't even care anymore. Just, oh, I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes. And I just kind of like blend the extra product like up into my eye, almost to create kind of like an eye base. That's just something I've always done, but this is not a makeup tutorial. This is actually like, hurry up, girl. You gotta get ready. Maybe I'll quit talking so much. Right, we're trying to keep things timely. So I just put a little bit of this like NARS liquid bronzer on. It's like a cream. And then my favorite Rare Beauty Happy blush. Just kind of putting in that in there to try to like even out the pinkness. And I think it looks like a nice like natural flush now. We're doing okay. We just need to add brows. Also, my eyebrows turned blonde on our trip. They all like bleached out. So anyway, I did just like a tiny bit of like liner in the corner. I'm just gonna put on mascara and lips and be done with it. All right, here's how we turned out. I think it looks nice, just whatever. I need to figure out something to do with this hair. This is gonna be the real challenge. Also, does anyone else feel like it takes the most time to do mascara out of anything? And like you do your whole face, but it's like the mascara, it's like you have to brush it out perfectly. It takes a minute. If you're wondering, I did make it.
Try, we just go with the most.
It's time for the sound bath. Let's be honest, this is the thing I'm most excited about today. We saw dolphins, freaking out. I made it on time, but barely. Didn't get to show you my outfit. Everything turned out fine. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a moment.
Wave maker, I came up out the Pacific. No, you don't trust what you can't see. Some things I live to believe in. I just wanna know you believe me. You feel nothing good in life would be this easy. You don't trust but you can't see. But some things are too good to believe in. I just wanna know you believe me. Yeah. How could I lie to you? Why you tripping? I just want serenity. So you can miss me with the negativity. And you can witness all the possibilities. And it hit different when you feel the energy. And I'm a lot of energy for enemies. I keep the peace, I let the hate be rest in peace. I take it from the streets and bring it to the beach.
I'm home. I didn't get to give you the full end up fit check. I ended up bringing this bag, the one I got in Europe. They gave us these hats while we were on there. These the lack of color, and I've been wanting like a little cowboyish hat, and I probably wouldn't have bought one because I feel like I have too many hats. And this one's so cute. They gave it to us from lack of color. Yeah, it was just such a fun day. We freaking saw dolphins. The entire time I was in Europe, I kept being like, oh my gosh, let there be dolphins. Like, I've been wanting to see them, and they were right alongside our boat. It was so amazing. Yeah, lots of learnings, I think, from today. I was feeling very nervous going into it, not knowing anybody, and sometimes like being the only curvy girl, like we've talked about it, I felt super nervous, and then I was running late and I was so stressed, and I was like shame spiraling about being late. Emily's on her way now, so we're gonna do some stuff, and I will do a full recap a little bit later. These swim bottoms and this top, this little tie skirt, which I don't know if this is a one size fits all, so it's like a little small, but I still think it's cute. And then I wore this little favorite bucket hat that I have. Pretty simple, and I've been waiting to wear these shoes, and they are the only shoes that are comfortable since I think I freaking broke my toe. You can see my poor little bruised toe. Already back in my pajamas. Yeah, just realizing that I still have some ways to go with my body stuff. It was fun. It was such a beautiful day, and it was so much fun. It was like quite a small, intimate group. The sound bowl was amazing. It was really cool to like meet some of my wellness girlies. And so since we did the little sound bath and the meditation and the journaling, I did feel right at home. Also had great white, best banana bread, best like juices and fruits, and it was such a fun day. Emily's here with me now.
Hi.
We're doing some work. I meant to do like a whole like try everything on with me. I did not love the way this suit fit as much as the one that I wore when I was away, but it's still the curve 1 sizing, but it was still really cute. I wore everything in curve 1. And yeah, hopefully you got to see like it on a couple different body types, and it was a fun day. I think I've learned, I like actually made a little note on my phone that I was like tired of my own BS. I'm so tired of feeling like stressed and late all the time. Like I would have loved to like have gotten ready and like tried it on. Like I realized I should try things on the night before, because if I had gotten like been more prepared, I would have worn the bottoms that I wore on my trip, because they had a little more coverage and they made me feel just like a little more confident, and I couldn't find them this morning because I was like running around in a rush. So since this theme of this vlog was like trying to get back into healthy habits, I think one thing that I really don't want to do anymore is just stress myself out by not knowing exactly what I'm wearing the next day. Since the outfit was all planned, I'm like, whatever, I'll figure it out. But I should have thought about my accessories, my hat, made sure I liked the way the bottoms fit and tried different ones on. So I'm just learning. I'm trying to be gentle with myself, but a day at sea was really nice for the mental health. So Emily, you're probably the person that plans, like, do you plan what you're wearing to something like well in advance?
Yeah, because I'm just scared I'll like feel ugly the next morning if I don't like being surprised.
That's what happened to me today, is the bottoms didn't have, like, they were a little too small. They went too low, and I just, the whole day and like all the pictures, I was just like, Whereas I loved the photos of me in my suits on the trip. Like, actually, do you want to, let's make Emily laugh. I was just showing her some pictures that I took of like the really, oh my gosh, amazing, beautiful girls on this boat. But I just did not like the way that it looked. And I was so fixated on, like, at first I was like, you know when you feel like, oh, I look okay. And then you see the photos and you're like, oh no. It was like one of those. Like, I just felt like it just didn't
honestly
look good. And like, I just didn't.
I think that's in your head because I like that picture.
Really? I just think, is it because my stomach's so white? Like, what's going on? I just
well, I mean, yeah, it is
so
white.
Much cooler.
I like this.
Really?
I liked that.
Can I show you all the ones from my favorites?
Yeah.
It's just hard. Okay, everybody, there was like a size like 0 to 4.
No, but I totally get it. After I've stared at a picture though for like more than like 2 minutes, I'm like, it's ugly. And even if
I literally was like, everything's bad. I thought these were cute.
Those were cute.
These were like fine. Like the videos were fine. But like, it was these bottoms. I just really like, I don't know. And the skirt doesn't like quite fit. I just felt like
I think, yes, the pale stomach is like
a
sure.
problem.
It's not
So,
like a problem.
Anyway, if you're in your I'm tired of my own BS era and you want to like focus on self-care, you're not alone. I'm really gonna work on it. Just like I miss the version of me that I met during the pandemic that was just like gave myself plenty of time, had really strong routines, felt like my house was much more neat, just everything felt better.
But less was going on. You didn't have to leave your house as much.
Oh, she's actually giving me a little grace today. This is rare.
You didn't have events like
No.
5 days a week or whatever it was.
I know,
Yeah.
and I wasn't traveling like,
Yeah, so
and
you
I
had the
and I literally didn't have to work
time
all
in this
day.
space.
And it
So you
did.
know you're capable. It's just like getting back into that.
Like I don't know how to do it. Emily and I also both saw the Barbie movie, and
I was so when I came home and I was like, I feel like I need to have a podcast episode about it because I feel like there's a lot of. It was so busy. There was so many things going on. Like
It was a lot.
Probably talk about it to death because
Yeah,
I feel like I really want to talk about it.
well, if you guys want to break down the Barbie movie,
because there was like so many people that didn't like it. And
really
it's so
who
funny.
didn't like it.
No, but it was funny because someone my mom knows who is, you know, she literally put on Instagram, I left the movie, save your money, da da da. And it was so funny. I watched with my friends and my mom, and we all whispering like, oh, this is the part they walked out in, or this is the part they walked out in.
They definitely planted some, like, I guess, I don't
They
want
were
to say
trying to
politically
speak
charged.
to a lot of different
They
types
were.
of
It did feel
people.
like they were trying to like appeal to the masses, obviously,
Yes.
but then also try to like have a bit of an agenda.
Right,
But anyway,
totally.
I don't know if we want to get into any of that here, but I liked it. I
liked
thought it
it.
was like cute, funny, really entertaining, like very visually stunning.
Yeah, it was.
But I do think that they got a little lost in the weeds of trying to have like a platform, like a stance
Yeah.
on just a few too many things, and it got a little confusing. But that being said, still support.
Still support.
Loved and enjoyed. If you guys saw it, let us know. Keep it respectful, folks. Anyway, those are all things that are happening. Thanks for getting ready with me today. I'm literally in this and I don't anticipate changing. We have a very fun series going right now, if you haven't seen it, about the closet clean out. So we are going to go deep into closet clean out again here in a couple days. And I'm just gonna keep working through it because that's one of the things I think will help my mental health, is having less clutter, feeling like I know what's in my closet, all the things. If you have any tips about resetting, or if you have any tips about if you ever used to be like a stressed out, late, disorganized person and somehow you turned it around, A, give me hope, B, give me tips. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.